Welcome to the Senior Compass Show this evening, and I'm really excited because I get to travel around the world by sitting in this chair today, so that's going to be really fun for me. But with that, on our shows, we have two very special guests, and we'll be having two more in our next show from the AFS program, and that's American Field Service, actually, which sounds kind of funny for an exchange program. But they're here on a year's. Are you here on a year's stint? I should ask that.
Yeah.
Been here for the full year? Because I know sometimes you can do 6 months, so I wanted to make sure I had that correct. So with that, I say welcome to my guest.
Thank you.
And we're going to get started with, let's start on the end. Give us your name, your country, how big a city you live in.
All right, so my name is Fernando Lopez. I'm from Brazil.
Okay.
And the name of my city is Ribeirão Preto.
Okay, say that again.
Ribeirão.
Ribeirão.
Preto.
Preto.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Got it. Pretty close. Good.
And it has 665,000 people.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty big city.
It's large.
It's large, yeah.
For us, it's large.
Yeah.
So where is that located in Brazil?
It's located in southeast Brazil, in the state of São Paulo.
Okay, São Paulo.
But it's 4 hours away from São Paulo.
Okay, so that at least helps. In my geography had kind of where you're at. Good, good. And we'll go on to you then.
I'm Hernani Augusto. I live in a small town close to his town. It's like 15 minutes away. It has 38,000 people.
Well, bigger than where you are.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let's talk about your hometown where you live. What's warm all the time, rainy all the time, mountains, ocean, where are you guys at?
The weather would be like really warm all the time, really dry on winter, but really rainy on summer.
Okay.
It's like last week was raining like for 7 days straight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a flat area, so we don't have mountains at all anywhere close.
Okay.
And everybody asks that, and it's like 100 degrees all year. So we don't really have seasons. It's just a big summer.
A constant temperature, yeah.
Yeah.
More like our California. We're kind of just straight across the boards.
Yeah, actually my city, the nickname is California of Brazil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they actually compare that.
They compare
because like
it to
the weather
California.
and like the economic.
Huh, I didn't know that. I learned something today. Hey, that's cool. It's always good to learn something every day.
Oh, yeah.
So we know where you guys are from, and I'm going to clear this up right away because I know everybody says, oh, do you speak Spanish? And it's like, no, that's not their native language, correct?
It is not.
Yeah.
People
and
usually say do you speak Brazilian, but it's actually Portuguese.
Yeah, it's Portuguese, yeah. So, and I think that's, I don't know where that misunderstanding came in, but I always find that interesting every time they say that. Oh, Brazil.
Yeah, that's funny because we're surrounded by countries, and all the countries that surround us speak Spanish.
Right.
So everyone thinks we speak Spanish.
Right.
But we actually speak Portuguese.
Yeah. Are you guys excited about the Olympics coming to Brazil?
Yeah.
Kind of a side note?
Fun time.
Yeah. You guys able to partake in some of those, or how far is São Paulo from
It would be like
Rio de Janeiro?
50 minutes flying from my city. But we probably won't go because of the price of the Olympics.
Oh,
it's super overpriced, so
yeah.
I don't know.
It'd be fun to have in your country.
It's going to be a fun time.
Fun thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your normal day back home. What do you do?
So I usually wake up at 6 in the morning because our school starts at 7.
Okay.
And have a breakfast, a light breakfast, and then go to school and get out of school at 1:30.
Okay.
Have lunch, and then afternoon we just have stuff out of school.
Okay.
So like if we want to do any activities, it's everything out of school. So our school doesn't really have any activities to offer.
So
like
you're
here.
telling me that like if you wanted to play soccer or basketball, it's not connected to the school, but you still do the activities.
Correct.
Okay.
So English school or basketball, soccer, whatever you want, that's everything out of the school. Sometimes the school has it, but it's not like the school spirit and all the things that you have here.
Okay.
So that's really different.
Okay. Yeah, I bet that is different. So then after school you go to those activities. What time is your typical supper hour?
Like 8 in the afternoon, so it's pretty late usually.
Yep. So that's been a change for you guys.
It has.
then also. How about you? What does your day look like?
So I wake up at like 6 also as him. I usually take a ride with my cousin to school.
Okay.
And I study in the same school as him.
Okay.
So we usually do the same thing up to 1:10. That's the time we get out of school.
Okay.
And then I take a bus to my hometown.
Okay.
And I usually play soccer
Okay. You play soccer.
afterwards, yeah. And I have supper at like 6:30, 6.
Okay. So yours is a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Do you do activities after school back home?
Yes, I did basketball for a while, but it's not as intense as here. So it's not like practice every day.
Right.
It's just like twice a week, so
Okay.
it's really laid back.
Yeah. More the relaxed, find a game on the court and
Yeah.
have fun
Yeah,
playing
it's
the
just
game.
more like a fun time.
Yeah.
Just like to get together with friends. And
Is your soccer the same way?
no, I played for a club.
Oh, okay. So then you got into the
Yeah.
competitive side of it more so. Cool, cool. Let's talk about, you guys arrived in August,
Yep.
That's right.
okay? Came down to Marshall, Minnesota. Do you remember some of your first thoughts? I mean, here you're coming out of the big city.
Yeah.
You're driving past these fields and more fields and more fields. So what were some of your first thoughts?
So like where I live, here it's cornfields. Where I live is sugarcane fields, so it's
Okay.
pretty close. It's like fields everywhere. But I was like, oh, it's like 4 times smaller than where I live. And where I live, it doesn't have much to do.
Okay.
I was like, oh, it won't have anything to do. I'm just gonna be bored at home. And but I found out that like has a lot of things to do here. So
Yeah.
it's been a really good time.
Oh, good. We're going to talk about that in a little bit some more. How about you?
Yeah, I felt a big difference. That's actually a funny story because when I was coming to town, the first day, it was like at night, and the first thing I saw was the cemetery. So I was kind of creeped out by that.
Wow,
Like,
yeah.
well, this is where I'm coming to, but it
okay.
turned out to be fine, and I
Okay.
found a lot of stuff to do here, more than I expected.
Well, good.
So it's good, yeah.
Awesome. We'll talk a little bit more about some of those activities later on. So you guys are here probably for probably just a couple weeks or maybe even 10 days. And then school started.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think? First day of school or the first week of school. What
So-
were your impressions then and now?
It was pretty nice because like we started soccer before school starts, so we could make some friends before. So like, and they like showed us the school during soccer practice, so we came like more relaxed and like it was good that we had practice before.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's nice to make that connection beforehand. So you found that to be very helpful then also?
Yeah, but it was a big difference because school felt much bigger here and more
Okay.
crowded, but I adapted really quickly. It wasn't.
So
Big problem.
what is your school day like back home? Do you have the same classmates until you graduate from school?
Yeah,
Do the
correct.
teachers change rooms? Do you guys change rooms? How does that work within the school?
So we basically have like 40 students in our class.
40?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like it's because it's like 4 classes of 40 students. So
Okay.
like we were seniors last year, so
Okay.
we'd have 4 classes of 40 students.
Uh-huh.
And the teachers would come to our classes.
Oh, okay, okay.
So like we had the whole year with only the same people in our classroom.
Okay.
It's nice that we can get like really close friends with them. But
Yes.
it's also not nice because like if you have a conflict with someone and you're gonna stay the whole year.
You got
with
the whole
them,
time
yeah.
with them. Yeah. So that's a big change. Did you guys find it fun or challenging with changing classrooms, picking classes?
At first, it was challenging because just having to run from one class to the other and not be late, and picking classes too because it was kind of hard. It's a lot of options because our schedule is the same in Brazil for everyone.
Okay.
So you can't choose, and you have to take those subjects.
Okay.
And here you could choose between taking hard classes or taking like foods or woods.
yeah,
stuff
some
like that.
easier classes
Yeah.
to learn
Just-
different types of things.
Yeah, like practical stuff.
So you say back home you have a real set of classes that you have to take.
Yep.
What is that kind of like set criteria that you have to take?
So basically like they divide in science, math, biology, Portuguese, that would be English here,
Language.
geography, and like
Okay.
all the pre-requirements for college.
Okay.
And when like the fun classes here, like woods and foods, like he said, they would sometimes offer after school. So
Oh, okay.
you would stay like after school and do some stuff like that.
Okay.
But it's not like a requirement class.
So it's not like really a class you take for per
Yeah.
se a grade. It's basically a class you
just
take
for
for your
fun.
enjoyment
Yeah.
and fun.
Yeah.
Oh, so that is actually really a big change.
Yeah, high school in Brazil, the only purpose of high school is getting to college,
Okay.
because we have a test to get into college and it's really hard.
Okay.
So the purpose of high school is teaching you how to pass that test.
Okay.
So they don't care about like you like taking classes like that, like more practical things. It's just pass that test.
Pass that test. So you talked about that. In order to get into college, you have to take a test.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here in the U.S., we have to be accepted or admitted to be able to go to the university.
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about that test. When do people typically take it? Do you take the college test? Is it for, I want to go to a university that focuses on the science? Do I want to go to a university that focuses on the math? Is the test different? Is it the same?
Yeah, so like we have one big test that's called ENEM, and it's like for the whole country.
Okay,
For federative universities,
okay,
they will accept that test and like they will see your score. If it's high enough to enter, they will accept you in college. But we also have like state universities and city universities
okay.
that they have their own test.
Oh, okay,
And people usually take like, it's once a year to take the test.
okay,
So you have only one opportunity to take like in that year.
okay.
And like it's really hard to get in. So people would like take the test when they're seniors and they won't pass. So they're gonna do a prep school. And like for med colleges, it's like 4 years of prep school before you get into college
Oh, wow.
because it's really hard.
So you go through 12 years of school, then 4 years of prep school, and then to the university.
Yeah.
Yes. And then 10 more years for med school. But
Yeah.
med school is
Is
It's
something
really
else.
hard,
yeah.
Different. Yeah. So that's really quite a different process than what we have
yes.
here. Wow, that looks really, really different. How long does that test take?
So the
Is it
test is divided in two phases. Like if you pass one test, you have to take another.
Oh, wow.
So the first test is like 2 days and 5 hours each day.
Okay,
And one day is just math and languages.
okay,
And the other day is science and all the rest, history, geography. And then if you pass that, you have the other test. And these are only multiple choice questions.
oh.
And the second test is all, you have to write the answers.
Oh, like an essay
Like
or...
It's
an
an
essay
essay,
type of
yeah.
test.
Yeah.
And then you have the writing part that's just like an essay with argument.
And like the
argumentative essay.
second part, if you're like focusing for engineering,
Okay.
the math part's gonna count more points and
Oh.
like it's kind of specifically for what you want to do.
Okay, so the first part is kind of like the general pass.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then the second part will focus in on more the type of university
Yeah.
you hope to get into. Wow, so that's a huge difference in a whole different realm than what we have here. Let's go on and talk about American food.
Alright.
What are some of your favorite American foods?
I'll have to go with pizza and hamburger.
Pizza and hamburger.
Yeah, I would say the same.
Although pizza is
really-
not really American, but the American pizza, it's really different from what we eat in Brazil, and I really like it.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I don't know, just the dough, and you guys put a lot of cheese and sauce. It's
Okay.
just, and it's greasy, but it's awesome, so.
Tastes good, right?
tastes-
There's only
awesome.
one pizza that I miss from Brazil. That is chocolate pizza.
Chocolate pizza.
Yeah.
So what is that like?
It's like, so we put like chocolate on top with strawberries and we bake for pizza.
Oh,
It's like-
okay. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's
I'll have
really
to try
tasty.
that sometime. So the crust is thinner then? Or thicker like what we have here?
It's
or?
thinner usually.
It's usually thinner, but you can ask for thicker too.
Oh, okay. Just
so you have
depends upon
choices.
your choice.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. So what is a food in America that you had and you're thinking, oh my gosh, they eat this here? We won't say that they dislike it. We'll just say, we all have those foods, even as Americans. So,
I've seen my family eating like bacon with syrup,
yeah.
and I thought that was really weird.
Yeah.
So that was something that was like, oh, not doing that.
Not going to even try that, right?
Nope.
I would say peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
The infamous peanut butter. I've had it. It's been really interesting for me with my kids traveling, and you send peanut butter over, and they either like it or they don't. There's no.
Yeah.
Like, we don't.
There's no in between.
Like,
That's true.
I have never had peanut butter in my house before in Brazil. We don't usually eat.
Yeah.
And like I tried here, and it's like.
Yeah, it's like it's not
good.
sweet and it's not salty, so it's just bad. I don't know.
Yeah, just bad. Yeah, there we go. Do you guys have like Nutella down there?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what you might have that would be kind of a version, but it's not a true.
Yeah.
We have none there, but like my family doesn't really buy sweeties, and so
Okay.
I don't really like Nutella either.
Okay. All right, let's talk about foods from back home.
All right.
What are your favorite foods from back home? What foods are you missing from back home? That should be my question. What foods are you missing from back home?
I miss rice and beans.
Rice and beans.
We eat rice and beans every day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just something that I miss. It's not really something tasty, but it's just good. I don't know.
It's just your normal. You're used to having it on a daily basis. It's home.
It's home. It feels like home.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just had a really good opportunity yesterday that I cooked a Brazilian meal for my family yesterday for supper, and like I made rice, beans, and steak. That's like kind of typical Brazilian meal, and it was pretty fun.
Oh,
just
cool.
to cook for them and like have them to experience my food.
Yeah, definitely. So tell me then, as you were cooking, and I find this interesting in the U.S. too, and I think it's gotten better in our community. Did you have difficulty finding foods that, when you went out to purchase them and cook them, did they come close to tasting like home, or is there still that, it's close, but it's not?
I've had that experience already. I tried to make a Brazilian sweet called brigadeiro, which is pretty much...
I won't try to say that.
It's pretty much condensed milk with butter and chocolate powder.
Okay.
And it tastes totally different with the ingredients here.
Yeah, yeah. And it's the hardest thing to explain because they say it's the same thing. I know, like when we hosted the girl from Colombia, she wanted a particular type of banana. And it was like, oh wait, we have this kind and we have this kind. But she wanted the little ones and we didn't have those. So we just made do with what we had. But we thought it tasted really good, but she goes, no, this is bad. This is not.
Yeah.
I don't want to sabotage him, but the problem with the brigadeiro that he made is that he put 4 times more butter than he should, so
That was a mistake.
that was kind of the problem of the taste.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and still it comes down to just the slight difference of ingredients and how they're produced or processed, whatever it be, it comes out to a different flavor. Let's talk about your families back home. How big of families do you come from? Where are you in the family line if you have siblings?
I have one sibling, and he's older. He's 21 right now.
Okay. And is he in college or in prep school working toward?
He's in college, and he works too. He's doing civil engineering.
Oh, civil engineering.
Yeah,
Wow.
and he's working for a company too.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. And you?
And I have an older brother too, and he's 29.
Okay.
So that's a bigger difference.
Yeah.
And he's working with my parents right now.
Okay. What do your parents do back home?
Oh, my parents own a company that manufactures braces, dental products.
Okay. Wow. That has to be intriguing.
Yeah.
You know, when you see things on, but you don't see always how things are made. So it's always interesting to see that portion.
And my mom, she works for his father's company.
Okay.
She do the bills and stuff. And my father, he has a shop that sells his father bracelets and stuff.
Okay.
So it's all connected.
Yeah, you're all connected. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. You know, that happens here too. You have one piece here and then it goes on to the next, so it makes it all come around. Let's talk about your American families. Who are you staying with?
I'm staying with the Baders.
Okay.
Cindy and Dean.
Cindy and Dean. And siblings here?
Yeah, I have 3 siblings. Linnea, Jonah, and Elijah.
Okay.
I'm staying with the Grosses, Sherry and Tim Gross.
Okay.
And I have 2 siblings, Josh and Isaac.
Okay.
They're both younger than me.
Okay. So what's been your biggest challenge? You both are coming and you both have been, I'm going to say it, in American terms, as the baby of the family, and now you're coming into families, and maybe that is, at least for you, you're not the baby, you're the older one. So how does the family structure, how has that impacted your experience here?
It's different because I feel like I have to be a good example for my brothers here all the time. And back in Brazil, I just looked up to my brother, so it was different.
Yeah. Has it, for you, as you look at your brother now, do you see him differently because you are playing the role he played back home?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's much harder.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, it's kind of the same for me. Like, I'm really thankful because I got in a really awesome family, so they like helped me a lot when I came. I thought it would be awkward, like, to just come, like, I have never seen them before, and I'm gonna stay in like the first moment, but they were so nice to me, and we just have a good time, like, since the first day.
Yeah,
awesome.
Same thing with me.
That's cool. That's cool. Let's talk about, you came through the program, AFS. If there's students out there saying, oh, gosh, I wonder if I should do that. I mean, how do you guys go for a year? I mean, how can you leave your friends for a year? I mean, a lot of these questions, I'm sure, floated through your heads. So as we have people out there listening and they say, why would you do an exchange for a year?
It may sound like a crazy idea just to leave everything in your home country and just go to a totally different country and live for a year, but it's a really cool experience. I would suggest to anybody, to any country they want to go, because you just learn a lot about cultures and the language, and it's like you live two lives. So you have like two of you in the world now.
Yeah, yeah. And I like the part that you said that you learn another culture, because, and I think you both have perhaps experienced this, that you can read in books, you can learn the language probably back home, but until you come and take the steps and walk the daily life, you really don't know the culture.
Yeah, that's totally true.
Yeah, yeah. How about you? What would you tell them and say, oh?
I have seen a quote like some days before, and they say like that an exchange year is not a year in your life, it's a life in a year, and it's kind of totally true. Like, it's just like it changed you completely. Like, I feel things like totally different than I used to. Yeah. And, like, I grow a lot.
Let's talk about that, because I think you really hit a nail on the head. You know, it's a life in a year. But I also know from personal experience, it changes you as a person for the better. But can you touch on how some of that has changed in you? I know sometimes it's hard to find the words, but can you touch on that a little bit?
Definitely. I think making friends is one of the bigger things that change a lot. Because you just like, here you have to approach people and try to communicate. And it's not your language, so it's totally different. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a big plus in my life for the years ahead.
Yeah.
And like you accept a lot more things. Like you're not so, you don't judge so much, and like you open your mind totally. Like,
as a person, your world has been opened so much that when you had the parameters from what you know, and now it's just completely blown open.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's really pretty awesome. My next question, I didn't tell you guys I was going to ask this. Have you dreamt in English?
Yeah.
I love how everybody asks me this question, and I don't know the answer. I haven't noticed. So.
You haven't noticed, yeah. I know I would notice. I don't typically recall my dreams, so that would be...
Yeah, it's funny. Something like, sometimes I was talking to my friends from Brazil, and I would start just writing English to them. Oh, and it's like, I would start mixing words.
Oh, that's funny, yeah. So you really got, that really tells me, that, you know, you got the command of the language. Because I think people often forget when they ask questions, whatever your native language is, our minds take it, convert it back to the native language, find the answer, convert it back to the next language, and then you speak it. As to where if you just, you know, it's just that one loop.
Right.
You don't have the bump in it. It makes a world of difference.
I think it took like 2 months for me to start thinking in English, like not converting to Portuguese and converting back to English. But now I just think in English the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, cool. Has there been any American word that has come to you and you used it and laughter erupted because it's like, oh no, that wasn't the right word? It happens.
Do you mean like pronouncing it differently?
Yeah.
I would say pronouncing it. Yeah.
Do you remember anything
Yeah, I
that
don't
stands
know.
out?
Should I say that here?
Are you gonna try to say it?
I don't know. Is it a good word?
It's a
I
good
was
word.
trying to say in a good word, but I said in a bad word.
Oh, okay.
You probably
What
know.
was a good word?
The good word was... I'm probably going to say it wrong.
Try
Can
it.
you say it?
Beach.
Beach. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah. And it's just because of our dialect and how we. It's really interesting because with vowels and consonants and how we pronounce them, it comes out really differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can just about imagine how
That's
it
kinda-
sounded and what you meant comes out really differently. How about you? Did you have a word like that?
Not really, but I actually have experienced something similar, like with that word.
Yeah.
But it's a funny story. We had like a Chinese guy. I had a Chinese guy in my house, and he said that in his school, he had like a guy wearing like a toga one day, and he came up to him and asked him if he was wearing a bed sheet,
Oh.
and he misunderstood it,
Oh, okay.
and he had to deal with the principal,
Oh,
the
no.
Chinese kid.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
So it
That-
happens.
Yeah,
to
it
exchange
happens.
students.
Yeah, it's
It's
just the pronunciation and how we. I think it's really interesting because just the dialect of how you pronounce a word can make it sound so differently. Well, I think we're about ready to wrap up, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to take some time, if you want to, thank your host families. Thank them for the year that you've had here, or anybody in the Marshall community, and then just say goodbye in your native language. I know you both have the same native language, but that's perfectly fine. We'll hear it twice.
We can say
All right.
two ways of
Yeah, we
goodbye.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well,
like
whatever
hi and
works
hello.
best.
We can
Yeah.
say it like that.
Yeah. So I don't know who wants to go first.
I'll go first.
Sounds good.
So I want to thank my host family, Sherry, Tim, Isaac, and Josh, for the amazing time I'm having here and all that you guys provided me. It's been amazing. And I want to thank Lois, too. She's been helping us a lot. Lois is with the AFS program. And it's been an awesome time. I just want to thank Marshall as a whole for being an awesome city. Town,
Thank you.
not really a city.
Yeah.
I just want to thank my host family too, like Cindy, Dean, Linnea, Jonah, and Elijah. Thanks for just this great time I'm having, and I love you guys.
Okay, and say goodbye in your native language.
All right.
Do you want to say which? Should I say hi and you say hello?
Hi and hello.
Yeah.
Hi and goodbye. Okay, you say hi, say
No,
goodbye.
not hi and hello. Like
Hi and goodbye.
follow. You say follow. Ciao. Beleza?
Okay.
Right.
Ciao.
Follow.
We'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Thank you.